Well, hello, one and all. Welcome back to Action Theater Presents. Today's feature is the Equalizer from 2023, starring Denzel Washington, directed by Antone Figueroa, also starring Dakota Fanning, you know her, David Demon, Romero Gore, Andrea Scalato, Todd Blank, and Jason Butterball.
Basically, a bunch of Italian fellas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who chances are you probably haven't seen in anything previous to this. But hey, it's quite all right. You shoot a movie in Italy, with mostly Italian actors. Hey, you work with what you have there. All right. So we do want to welcome everybody once again to Action Theater. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American YouTube Ronin, and of course, trusty sidekick for this program. And I do want to say hello to FK8C 2005, sometimes known as Tim.
Hey.
He's joining us live in the chat right now. And I do want to remind everyone of the screening room on Cosme. This is the link. It is at the top of both chats. If you are watching live along with us, this is the way that you can see the film. Unless, of course, you have your own physical copy, just like this. This is the 4K steel book, my personal copy right here. The film is available on, I think Amazon has it. I think Paramount Plus might have it. It is on streaming. And so you can watch that way if you're watching us later on after the fact. Because we would like to air the films like we'd like to film every YouTuber who does a watch party type program would like to air the film that they're showing. Unfortunately, we can't always do that because sometimes we deal in movies that are not in public domain, and this is one of them because it's just from a couple of years ago. So.
Even public domain films sometimes get.
Yeah, also true because that's happened to us a couple times. So hello also to the Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary.
Yep.
Hey,
I know.
This at the same time. All right, so this is. This is a really good movie, folks. This is Equalizer 3. It's from 2023. It's obviously the third in the series of films. Meant to be a trilogy, although I'm hearing rumblings there might be a 4. But if they end it here, I think that's a good place for it. And so you have... we pick up kind of in the middle of the action. McCall's on a mission, and during the course of this, I'm giving nothing away. This is all in the first 10 minutes. He's wounded. He winds up in this seaside town in Italy, and the mob is trying to kind of take over this town, and they got to go through Robert McCall to do it. So this is an interesting film. Some callbacks to the previous 2 films. There are callbacks to the original series in this, which is another really cool thing. So buckle up because this movie pretty much cuts to the chase. There's no fat on this film. Runtime with credits is an hour and 49 minutes. So Well, enough of my yakking. Connie Clary, for 15 months is a thank you for what you both do, Bill and Deleted. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Connie. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate it. Really do. All right. So,
no, they're legitimate Italian businessmen.
Quick summarize of the synopsis. Since giving up his life government as an assassin, Robert McCall, Denzel Washington, has struggled to rekindle his horrific things he's done in his past, friends, and strange solace, serving justice. In the southern Italy, he discovers his new friends are under control of local crime bosses. As events turn to deadly, McCall knows what he has to do to become his friend's protector and taking time on the mafia. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one, folks. So, once again, follow us over there, screen room, and we'll start the flick. And here we go. I'll give a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
In the chat, Tim says if there is a fourth movie, bring back Edward Woodward. As much as I certainly would have loved to see that, sadly, that would be impossible at this point.
We're at the Columbia Sony logo. That's a pretty cool logo. Escape artist.
Escape artists, yeah. Of course, we're open on the overhead shot of a vineyard, which is owned by McCall's present target, Sicilian mobster. And as you see, McCall has already been at work. This guy's like, do I have to? Could run. Your boss probably shoot you in the back.
Ooh, yeah, cleaver to the head. That'll do you in every time.
And this is the first inkling of just how gruesome some of the kills in this movie are. I consider this a horror film.
Yeah, it's just basically this opening sequence is the carnage of
Mhm.
what has happened. Looks like he had to try to give him a Joker smile. You gotta go with a smile. Tim, he said he was headstrong.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Tim. Just another Tuesday in Vatican City. Huh?
This doesn't know. I feel sorry for his family.
Damn.
Where's Queen Latifah in all of this? Where's who, Tim? I don't know who you mean.
I was so upset when I heard that she was saw that she was cast in the new series iteration. I was like, This is so wrong. Damn. You like some wine? Hail to gorillas. Censored thoughts. Can't join. You're in a tin building,
It's hailing.
and it's hailing.
Oh, stay safe, man.
Yeah.
We're 9 minutes into Equalizer 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nine minutes 39 seconds.
Titles. And of course, he walks out, and the grandson is still in the vehicle. Oh, you little shit. Oh. Okay.
Oh, got one in the back, didn't he? Yeah, he. That's the day he didn't see that coming.
No, he didn't. Ugh.
Why would you want that, gorilla?
Oh.
Be safe, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, man. Stay safe out there, man.
Looks like he's on some ferry, or
Mhm.
this is a. Yeah. The Agata from Napoli. Napoli. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Ew, oh, snot
Yeah.
coming from his nose. It's like he's barely holding on, clinging on.
And he is found by Geo, who is the local constable, who's going to become a major character for the rest of the film. And of course, the local doctor, Enzo.
Yeah, doctor, or is he a vet?
He's he's a doctor, because there's the line later that says he's delivered most of the children in town. So yeah. Although I'm sure he probably doubles as a vet too. He seems to be the only doctor they have. So There's of course, this is the line. It's kind of the theme of the film, you know. You know, are you a good man or are you a bad? And he basically gives the right answer. I don't know. You know, that's what makes you that guy. Beautiful town, though. It's one I wouldn't mind visiting, or maybe even winding up in. That is what we're going with. Yep. He's not lying. Yep. Mm. Night 2.
Yeah, this town's kind of a little bit out of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It looks a lot. This town looks like
It
Minas
does.
Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith, Lothlorien, yeah, it is. It does very much feel that way. Yeah. And I'm actually going to bring up another reference and I'll bring it up when we get to it. There's another town that this reminds me of as well. So
The town's basically built on a mountain or a hillside, big hill. So structures are right out of the mountain / hillside. There are many steps within this town.
Certainly good exercise.
Yeah. As long as you keep your balance.
Yeah. And there are probably some areas where I probably wouldn't look down, but other than that, you know, as we're seeing some of the people here that we're going to get to know throughout the film, and the town's a bit of a melting pot because they're not, you know, you kind of get the idea that other people like McCall have kind of found themselves here, the woman from the diner. Obviously, the fishmonger is not a local.
Looks like there's
Yeah.
a few CCTV cameras throughout the town.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't hurt to be safe. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Espresso it is. Yep. Of course, it's Gio who found him. Mhm. And what is in those bags? Well, we're going to find that out, folks. So stay tuned. I like I said earlier. I mean, there's just no fat on this film. You have a lot that gets set up with very little. Just that one little bit of dialogue, and here or there. And of course, we cut to let's just say an office in Langley.
Yeah.
This is Emma Collins, played by, of course, Dakota Fanning. Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, what do you mean, you people? The people who've, taken over some small countries, taken out a president or two. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean that. That was a stupidity, stinkity, crazy talk kind of thing for me to say. And that was bad. And I need a spanking. Okay. Moving on with the movie now. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
Church bells are ringing.
and demonetized. Yeah, that probably is. Yeah, I at this point I get demonetized at least twice a month, so I'm kind of used to it by now.
I think we're okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Boy, people who are bound to wheelchairs said, "This town sucks."
Yeah, that's one thing. That could be a downside. Yeah, I can see that being a problem. Might take a little bit more than just building a ramp.
And you'd almost need a special
Yeah.
wheelchair that like a robotic wheelchair that climbs stairs.
This here is reliving the attack. Hmm.
What was in that wine?
And we get our first look here at one of the main villains here.
Never did I see a place where the town folk are so polite. Kind of makes it understandable why one could fall in love with a place like this. Ooh, Ducati.
Everybody would be, everybody's happy. Except when these assholes are around. Then they're not so happy.
Was that salt or was that ice? I think a local. They're trying the local organized crime pay me your money for your protection. I mean, one would probably suspect that they're more than just a motorcycle gang. Naples, Italy. Welcome back.
Thank you. So, of course, we have Yosef Tarasov. I'm sorry, I mean Marco, and his little gang of thugs here. Uh, yeah, of course, we find out here he is the brother of the boss. Is Vincent.
It's interesting we were talking about wheelchairs because we see a man in a wheelchair in that scene.
Yeah, of course, you've cleared the building here, and they're moving all the people out because and Vincent has a plan. He's moving up in the world. Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. There went the man in the wheelchair. That was pretty harsh.
Good. And again, we're told a lot with very little. We get a lot of Enzo's backstory there. Just looking at those pictures.
Angelo, I'm paying, damn it. Let me pay. So we found something in the wine bottle, right? What looks like some type of beans. Whoa. Currency from all over the world, looks like.
course, we get two, well, really three in a row, very important scenes here. You get uh, Emma piecing together what the actual plot is, what this vineyard has to do with it. Um, you get some nice character beats with McCall. McCall here attempting to leave, but something is going to stop him. And of course, we kind of get more of the villain's plot. He's trying to basically clear these people out and basically buy up the coastline for himself. And that's going to figure into the plot, of course, as well. They had begun their reign of terror by burning down Angela's ship. Didn't exactly try to hide, did they?
Yeah. No. No, they didn't.
And Mira's starting to get interested here. Eh? For those of you who are fans of the drinker, I'll translate kebab. Okay. No. Um,
Current timestamp is 47 minutes, 20 seconds.
Now, the other reference I wanted to make was in this scene. This reminds me a good deal of Cinema Paradiso, with the way they have the film projected on the side of the building like that.
Or please be kind, be mine.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we get McCall now kind of fitting in. The townsfolk see him as one of them. So. Or aging yourself by realizing you remember this woman when she was an itty bitty baby. I think the first time I saw her was on like an episode of CSI.
Hmm.
No, no, no. You are not in person of interest, although you would not have had that show without the Equalizer. That's not good. Which is something we all know you don't fucking do. Because you are going to piss off the wrong people. Which you have. It's like no one can stay on their feet around here. Might want to look into that. Mm. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie right here. It's very challenging for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, there. Listen. 10, 2. That's the only time he swears in the entire trilogy, by the way. Yeah, he does, and you should have listened. Whoops. Oh. Ugh.
Damn. Stop stabbing yourself. Yeah. Damn.
Of course, the guy who's doing her number two there is David Denman. He's a character actor. He's also in Brightburn, And you also might remember him from 13 Hours. He plays one of the Delta snipers. That's one we might want to consider doing at some point down the line. It's 13 Hours. It's a good one. And a true story as well. So
yeah, next month is May, so.
knock, knock. Of course, this is the wake for Marco. And of course, confirming that the police chief is their inside man. Yeah. And I don't care how you try to justify it. You're still
Corrupt.
Still corrupt. Still helping them do what they do. Yeah. The cop's corrupt because he lets the mobster do what he's doing. And whether he wants to admit it or not, Vincent's in league with the terrorists because he's financing what they're doing. This is a weird remake to Final Justice. It kind of is, in a way.
Uh-huh.
It kind of is. Yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Mm.
Ooh,
Oh,
damn.
I'm okay. That didn't hurt.
Our time steps 1 hour, 18 minutes, 53 seconds.
It's about a half hour with credits left in the film. And Vincent has grabbed up Geo and This guy's basically just getting killed piece by piece. Miss. Oh, hello. Yeah. We're not afraid of you anymore. Hurry up. Sooner than you think. Gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man. Hidden in his coat is a red right hand. But we're getting to that. Yeah, I'd be for doing that one at some point, Tim. Yeah. I always thought this guy looks like Ben Barnes a little bit. This Prince Caspian sequel is weird. Ah, geez, last bullet in Narnia. Turn around, and he's just there. I told you, he's Michael Myers in this thing, man. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, Salvatore's not with you anymore. Ooh. Oh. Okay, they really are going into Italian giallo territory with some of this stuff. I'm sorry, but it's true. Yeah, men are dead. And you're barefoot and walking through glass. Congratulations, you've just John McClane'd yourself. Scared yet?
It's the Scarface moment.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, adapt your oxycodone. Is this, excuse me, sir, is this your fentanyl?
Hey, bonehead, you don't have any more men.
Welcome back.
See, he's basically this McCall starts out basically doing the same plot line as the beekeeper. It's what he thinks are these scammers. And he winds up in the middle of this kind of drugs for a terrorist plot, you know? Mhm. He will. You know, because mother would be proud of you. RM. Yeah, yeah. Little black book. Little black book. Poems in. Good afternoon, Miss Plummer. Yeah. All right. That is Equalizer 3.
Yeah.
Shall I consult the scrolls?
You may consult the scroll.
All right. The Equalizer 3 was released September 1st, 2023. An estimated budget is 70 million, going on to gross 191 million worldwide. Was nominated at the Saturn Awards for Best Action Adventure Film. Nominated Best Movie at the BET Awards. Nominated for 3 NAACP awards, including Best Actor for Denzel and Best Director for Antoine Fuqua. And was nominated at the Critics' Choice Super Awards for Best Actor in an Action Movie. Filming locations include Atrani, Ravello, Maori, and Napoli, Campia, Italy, and the Cinecittà Studios, Cinecittà, Rome. All right, on to the trivia. This movie marks the 5th collaboration between Denzel Washington and director Antoine Fuqua after Training Day, The Equalizer 1 and 2, and Magnificent 7. Reunites Denzel Washington with Dakota Fanning after Man on Fire. The international posters and U.S. IMAX poster have various variations of the phrase, "the final chapter" is the tagline. However, Antoine Fuqua, in an interview while promoting the film, has said a prequel and a sequel could happen if Denzel was still interested. In every Equalizer movie, the final climactic face-off scene has always been set in a highly precipitous environment. The first part had the fire sprinklers raining down. The second part had a hurricane. The third one had a rainstorm. Despite the fact that this was filmed digitally in Super 35 with RELX 35 cameras, filmed in Panavision and is listed in the end credits. The very first film in the trilogy was filmed in Panavision. In the vineyard barrel room in Sicily, with all the guns trained on him, Robert warns the crime boss that he has 9 seconds to decide his fate. Although it seems far shorter, he actually lets 10 seconds pass before he springs into action. The hat worn by Frank Conroy in the film says Vienna Inn, established 1960. This hat is from the Vienna Inn bar and restaurant located in Vienna, Virginia, not far from CIA headquarters in Langley. The Vienna Inn is a local landmark, famous for once being the top seller of Budweiser beer in the nation, and also famous for its chili dogs and waitstaff with little patience for anyone. Jane Attell, who plays Greg Dyer in the movie, had a small uncredited role in the original Equalizer TV series as a juror in the episode Trial by Ordeal, Season 4, Episode 11. The Amalfi Coast town of Atrani doubles for the fictional town of Altamonte in this movie. Dakota Fanning starred in the Netflix series Ripley, based on the talented Mr. Ripley book and film, which was also shot in Atrani. At 1 hour and 49 minutes, this is the shortest film of the trilogy. The first 2 films are over 2 hours long. At approximately 57 minutes, 15 seconds, Emma shows Robert that she has a new guidebook while holding up a copy of Rick Steves' The Best of Italy. Photo on Emma Collins' desk at the end reveals she is the daughter of Brian and Susan Plummer, who are Robert McCall's contacts in the intelligence community in Equalizer. McCall kills one of the henchmen with a corkscrew, a weapon also used in the first film.
Yep.
McCall is only shown to be, in 3 sets of fights in this film, a series low. The final set piece sees McCall using stealth tactics to massacre the remaining Mafia members and encountering no actual hand-to-hand combat. The $366,400 hacked from the union's pension fund recovered by Robert and Cicely at the beginning of the film belongs to Greg Dyer, a retired bricklayer. In the next scene, Emma brings the money back to this man, Greg Dyer, who lives in Boston, Massachusetts, on the first floor of the same apartment as Robert. You can verify this by checking through the first movie. At the 36th minute, it's almost the same camera shot. Yep. Vincent dies in the street after falling into a fruit stand and some yellow peppers fall on him. This appears to be a nod to the Godfather movies, where oranges in some fashion foreshadow or accompany death. In a 2023 interview with Collider, Antoine Fuqua spoke about how the film changed during the editing process, including the ending. This one developed quite a bit because there's a pacing in the film, there's character development, there's relationships you want to build, and there's beautiful Italy, on the Amalfi Coast. You can kind of fall in love with these shots and these places and these people and get lost trying to find the right rhythm, the right pace, the right tone, giving the audience enough of each character so they feel fulfilled. You feel like there's relationships that developed quite a bit with this one. There's more. There's a lot of things on the editing room floor that would slow things down, and that was also hurting other areas. Even the ending. That ending was from another scene. It kind of comes to me sometime in the middle of the night, and I'm like, but we had a whole different ending. And I thought, this is about a celebration of the people of the place. That soccer game was earlier, and I called my editor, Conrad Buff, and I said, what if we put that at the end so he's there with the people? It was one of those rare moments with Denzel when Denzel is dancing and smiling, and everybody knows Denzel. That's not all the time, He was dancing and smiling, and I thought, that's a proper way to say goodbye to Robert McCall in a positive way. So this one developed quite a bit in the editing bay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The beginning of this film also mirrors the Bourne Identity from 2002, where Jason Bourne is treated by Giancarlo, an Italian fisherman with medical knowledge. Denzel Washington and Matt Damon both starred in Courage Under Fire. This is the second film in which Denzel Washington's character tries to self-delete by shooting himself in the temple, but the gun does not go off. The other being Man on Fire. All right. And that is it.
The scores are closed?
The scrolls are closed.
Okay. We get Easter Sunday. We have Western Cinema Presents 1990s Gunsmoke, The Last Apache. That's where we go. Coming up on this Sunday, 4/20, Easter Sunday. At its regular time, 1 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern. You're Eastern or Central?
I'm Eastern.
Okay, yeah, Eastern time.
Yep.
And
all right. So
what else you got coming up?
All right. First off, hello to File 13. Thank you for joining us. Yep. Bill is here, and so am I. So that's right. We are back. Action Theater returns. We just watched the Equalizer 3. Had a lot of fun. All right. Coming up for my channel later on tonight will be coming attractions. That's going to be at 11:30. Let everybody know what is coming up for my channel. I do have some appearances. Saturday night, I'm going to be joining Big Al Presents along with Troy Pacelli and Nutters Network for a watch party of the Ralph Bakshi animated version of Lord of the Rings. Of course, I will be joining Bill right back here Sunday at 4 p.m. for Western Cinema Presents, as we just mentioned, Gunsmoke The Last Apache. And right after that program is over, we're going to be jumping into my member stream. No unscripted this week. I'm going to do member stream instead. So stay tuned for times. And of course, later on that night, reserved seats, 12:05 a.m. And I am going to be joined by the Geeky Geezers gang, i.e. Troy Pacelli, Nutters Network, and Aged Boomer. And we're going to kind of hang out and talk about the week's events. Then, of course, Tuesday, we all join back up for Live from Sparkwood in 21. That'll be at 8:30. It's a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series, and we're going to wrap up our deep dive into Mark Frost's book, The Secret History of Twin Peaks. And then, of course, I guess Thursday, join us right back here for Action Theater. All right. So that's what I have on my plate. And of course, I'm hoping to get out this weekend and catch a couple of movies. And so I'm going to have reviews coming up. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and supporting us. We appreciate your support. Connie Carey, FKHC 2005, sometimes known as 10. Gorilla Censored Thoughts. Hope you evaded that hailstorm and it's calmed down. Let's see, did I miss anybody?
No, we have right. We had Tim, we had Gorillas, Connie was here, File 13, and we had people coming in and out throughout the show. So those of you who were lurking, thank you all for being here. Please hit the like, share out the stream. Remember, we are simulcasting, so please give us likes on both channels. Say hello in the comments. And all that good stuff, because that helps the algorithm.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I always say,
be excellent to each other and party on. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. And as I always say, at the end of every show, again, thank you all very much for being here. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.